Hello, everybody. I'm back. Barely. What time is it? Somebody's late to this party. 9:04. Not this many. This many. All right. So, welcome to the Thursday Night Minutes with Milo. It's a live episode. Whoop. I hear somebody. Boom. There we go. We're going out on the internet. That's good. Got to double check these things. Uh, there's been a time where that just didn't happen. I don't know. Why would that not happen? Couldn't have been my fault, could it? Could have been. All right. So, uh, tonight's marketplace. I like doing marketplace. Man, there's all kinds of stuff out there. If you've ever seen one of these episodes, not a lot of people like them, but I enjoy doing them. I spend a lot of time on marketplace. Do I buy stuff? Every once in a while. Do I look at stuff? All the time. All the time. I look at all kinds of different things. On my own, mostly cars, motorcycles. But when I do the show, we'll look at all kinds of stuff. Well, I found some good, interesting properties, interesting cars, interesting items. It's almost like going to Walmart, okay? Except you just look at it on your phone or on the computer. You see all kinds of strange stuff on there, and I poke fun at it. So you know the deal. If you don't, then you missed out. Everybody, whoa, what is all that? Everybody should get them a Facebook Marketplace. And if you don't buy anything, just look at the stuff. It's interesting. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Put that over there. Here we go. All right. So on my feed, of course, cars, trucks, all kinds of things going on here. Well, we're going to look at this whether I meant to or not. Sand Reaper. Now, I like me some four-wheel drive. I really do. Sometimes I just don't know where you would do it, where you would take them. You know. So this is a 2013 Sand Reaper. Why am I clicking on that button? That button doesn't work. Here we go. And it looks pretty fun. It says it's Jeep, but it's not Jeep. It's a four-wheel drive, 3-cylinder, 5-speed, good condition, good sticker. Stereo, I guess it's good kicker stereo. 32-inch tires, aluminum wheels, lockouts both ends, 3-inch lift, blah, blah, blah. 5500 are open to trade. And who has this deal? This is in Richwood, West Virginia. Robert Lambert. Robert Lambert's got this little jewel, and I kind of like it. Right now he's got the winter. He's got it in his winter mode. You see the top? Here's the top. That's all right. I like the top. It looks pretty decent. I don't know if these Reapers come with that or not, but let's see this engine. Ooh, it's got color matching floor mats. I like that. Seats are a little faded in the middle. Could be redder. Oh, it's in kilometers. Oh, no pictures of the engine, but I like it. It reminds me of a Samurai, Suzuki Samurai, which are very capable. Oh, look. Can you see it down here? Hold on. I scared myself. Look down here in this corner. Bam! He got the skull. He got a skull in that thing. So let's go back out, see what else we can see. Of course, you got the three-wheeler trike right here. See this guy? Right in. Oh, geez, what are we doing? I guess we're going around. Let's look at something different. Let's look at free stuff. Free stuff is always not free. I have found that out. Free stuff, where is it? Free stuff is not always free. Okay. So let's see, what do we got going on here? Right here's a Soul Food Overdrive. It's in Johnson City, Tennessee. Looks like it's a, a thing you put on your guitar. Well, here's something that looks like it might be free. Right over here. Free. Need busted mower blades in Johnson City. Why does he need busted mower blades? Well, let's find out. We don't want to look at your little video. All right, he's starting to learn to weld and he's trying to practice striking an arc. So apparently he is learning to stick weld. If you don't know what that is, that's when you put a welding rod on the end of an electrode. The negative goes on the piece of metal, and when you strike it, it makes a big arc, and you weld. Very basic. One of the very first things that they had welding. All right. So apparently, starting beads, anything I can clean up to try and practice. Okay. Yeah. So, if you didn't know, mower blades are steel, carbon steel, and they're really thick. So you can't really burn through them. They're really good metal. People make knives out of them. But they're good for welding, good for practicing on, because you can turn your welder down, you can turn your welder up, and they just eat it. They just go on. Pretty cool. He's just asking for some free practice metal. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Wonder if he's gotten any. Who knows? All right, let's slide over to here. Let's look at something new. What do we got? It says a free Thunderbird, but I kind of doubt that. All right, there's an air-to-water intercooler right here. If you're into turbos or boosted applications, that's pretty good. Free firewood. All right, so here it says free Milder Thunderbolt XL. It says free. It used to be $500. Now you get it for free. This guy, Top, needs the mower blades. He should check this out because it's free, right? It says right there in the ad it's free. Let's see what the description says. It is a 300 to 200 amp AC, DC, offer or trade. All right, so are we doing TIG? I don't know. Let's look at these pictures. Get over here. Let's look at some pictures. All right, so just so happens this is the arc welding equipment. So, oh my gosh, what are you doing to me? So both of these look like this is definitely where you put your electrodes or welding stick. This doesn't look like a ground clamp. Let's see if he's got a ground clamp. It's kind of rough, but I bet it works. I bet that bad boy works. Here's your ground clamp down here in the bottom. Come on. All right, so down here in the bottom, this is what you attach to the metal. You put a welding rod in these pieces here and turn your welder on and crank up the volume and buzz, your buzz welding, stick welding. What else? Oh, golly. How can we pass up these? Curb Alert. 1993 G20 conversion van seats. These are in Asheville, North Carolina, and they are just a step away from being thrown in the garbage. If they could have lifted them and put them in the dumpster, they would be in there. I tell you what, probably the better deal is the blue water tote with the cooler. Oh, look at that vacuum. There's a vacuum back there. But now, these are pretty cool. You can get these chairs and sit them in your living room, maybe on some milk crates, because they look kind of low. They are van seats. And watch somebody vacuum your home. or your shag carpet. And you could drink water or keep your adult beverages in orange coolers. These are overall in great condition. However, my mom temporarily stored them in her art studio, and there are 2 to 3 supple streaks of paint on one of the seats. Yeah, throw them away. Why wouldn't you? For this reason, I'm listing them for free. Located in Hall Creek and just put out today. It's only got one picture, so I don't see the paint, man. But they're plush velour. You could trim them. You could shave them down, man. There's Garthog V7B. Yeah, you like free, get these things. Like I said, you can put them on some milk crates because they're kind of low. And I don't know, man. Put them in a bass boat. Put them on a float boat. I don't know. Put them in your front yard and on the porch with your refrigerator. Yeah, that's what you need. But they're free and they're in Asheville. So I bet, unless they're heated seats, they're probably pretty cold by now. All right, what else we got that's free? Nothing's ever free. Yep, I did that on my last video. Nothing's ever free. You got to go over there and get them. Then you don't know if they're there until you get over there, and then they could be gone. So free wood, it's always free wood. You got to work for it. Here is the free fiberglass bass boat that you need to go with them there seats. Let's see how actual free is free. I don't think it's free. Look at some pictures. Well, this guy has done some Photoshop. Either that or his outside where he's got this stored are full of blue grass and blue trees. That's all you get. It was last, I'm going to say, registered in Tennessee in 2020. So it's been sitting outside somewhere for, we'll just say 5.5 years. But let's see what free means. Free fiberglass bass boat hull transom will need to be repaired. No trailer with it. Pick up in Cookville. If he could blue out the background, then he could have gotten rid of the trailer. I was going to say blued out the trailer, but that sounds stupid. He could have gotten rid of the trailer the same way he got rid of the background. So then you would just see the boat. But you could message him and say, man, does it float? If it floats, I wouldn't go to Cookville because that's too far away. But if you live close to Cookville, you could take out those seats right here, put in them velour seats from Asheville, and you're in like Flynn, man. Still put them on the pedestals. Oh yeah, here's a heavy desk, and I like. Wait. Hold on. Let's do that again. Oh, come on. Let me click on the screen to pause it. Did you see the 5 holes? Oh, right here. I don't know if they're holes, but they sure look like holes to me. Large and heavy. Bring a friend or two. West end of Morristown. All drawers function. Had it about 10 to 11 years. FCFS. First come, first served. My brain is on it. Let's see what else we got. All right. Oh, the video and then that one picture. Looks like his mom stored that in her art studio. Look at it, man. It's pretty cut up, but it's free. You go to Morristown and get it. It's heavy. Bring 2 friends. You got to buy them lunch because they're, doing some work. So there you are. Gas to Morristown, truck. You might have to borrow a trailer, and then you got to take a third friend out to lunch. That's about a $60 or $70 table right there. Gas, labor, desk. It's a desk, not a table. Oh, there's a free Audi 3 TDI, turbo direct injected. It's in Ironton, Ohio. 99 Corvette rack. And what? What was that? Jeez almighty. Sit up here. I'm all tied up. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Maybe that won't come off there again. What up? Whoa. Here is a free swivel puzzle board. Now, check that out, man. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But my problem is I have trouble with, jigsaw puzzles to begin with. And what I don't need is one that you can spin around and now you're looking at your lion's head in a flower garden upside down. Oh, look, it's got drawers where you put your puzzle pieces. Is it really free? Got any more puzzles? Somebody's doing a barnyard. It's really pretty cool. But I don't know. I mean, my wife likes to do jigsaw puzzles. My brain works this way. So when I say this way, that means I want to see the picture like you would see it. I can't see it from the side or I can't see it from the top. My brain just doesn't seem like. So if I'm working one, then I'm bumping somebody. Scoot over. I've got to see it. Okay, 2 pictures. Jonesboro, Tennessee. Michaela Bradley got this thing going on. That's all right. What else we got? Got a free project table. Looks like an old kitchen table with half its legs missing. See it right there in the middle? Well, there's the middle. A free washer, Whirlpool. It's a front load. It's a front load. Why do you think they got this? Let's just look at it. Go ahead. Let's just look at it. They got a jack. Y'all can't see it. Hold on. Look, right here in the corner, lower right-hand corner. Look at that. That's a leveling jack. And it is up. It's up pretty high off the floor, man. That is not level. Not level. I guess that's what that is. It looks like it's up off the floor. Whirlpool washer machine, error code FH. Freaking hell, that's what it stands for. Moldy rubber seal and it leaks from the bottom. Says it's for parts. Or someone can fix it. Let me know. You need to pick it up if interested. Of course. I mean, it looks like a good deal, but I mean, they call those seals in the fronts like a bellows. And it's kind of weird. I've had to replace them before. They're just kind of in there like a lip, and you pull the lip out, and you can pull the whole thing out and put a new one in there. I mean, if it's leaking from the bottom, though, it might be a hose or it might be a pump. It's just hard to tell. But a front load, Whirlpool for free. I don't know, put it in a tray or put it on the porch or with your van seats and watch those things go round and round and round inside there. All right, where are we at? Project table. Is this an organ? A free organ? Well, that's a nice piece right there. I mean, I don't. There's a free couch. No, no couches. Look at this. Look at this organ. Check that out, there, Garthok. That's what you need in your house. You need a bigger organ in your house. I've heard tell that that's what you need. Oh, daggone, dude! It's a pedal organ. Let's get over here where people can see. See these? Son of a biscuit eater. Get over here. See these down here? Just one picture. Antique organ, great aesthetic condition, however does not play, free to whoever can pick it up. Well, that's like the one I got in my granny's house. So the pedals on this thing are bellows. And it's when you do this with the pedals, it blows air through, and as you play it, the air comes out, and it's a really cool piece, man. It's in Maryville, Tennessee. The one at my granny's house still plays, though. Amber Brewer has this thing for free, she says. I mean, I've never had one apart, right? I never took my granny's apart because it works, and then it would never work again if I did. But it's got these pull out. So you got your keyboard, right? You sit down at it, it's got your keyboard. You lift this part lifts up, and how come it looks different on my screen? All right, so the front part lifts up, and you slide it back, and then there's your keyboard, and just above the keyboard are these little levers or little plungers that you pull out, and it changes the octave and the notes and the chords and stuff. So then while you're playing, if you're doing something, you can change those things. And at the top, that's where you put your sheet music. Up in here is where you put your sheet music, right up in here. And then you can put your little knickknacks in there. And down here at the bottom, oh my gosh. All right, so if you see these two little, looks like ears hanging out right here, those, I don't know exactly what they do. They do have a function. Right now they're folded in like this. You sit down at the organ, you unfold them, and your knees rest against them. And as you're playing, if you push on them with your knees, it changes somehow the organ. I don't know if it's the tone, I don't know exactly what it does, but you push them with your knees and it changes the airflow in the organ and makes it sound different. Garthos, you got to go get this organ and fix it, and then you can learn to play it. It's really cool. And it's supposedly free, man. That's crazy. Have I said that that was crazy enough that you really think that it is crazy? But it is. Those are antiques. I mean, they were, you know, very sought out. Very only, you know, well-to-do people. My granny wasn't well-to-do. I don't know how she got a hold of hers. But anyway, because it wasn't a piano. It doesn't have little hammers that just hit the, you know, the strings. And this thing is an organ, an air organ. It's really cool. Not electric. There's no electricity. You can play this thing in the dark. You just wonk, wonk, wonk. Get it? That's how it goes. And hopefully yours makes better noise than that one. All right, there's CB1000 parts in Bean Station. Got some mirrors, fender, seat. I don't know what that thing is. This is definitely not free. A new Ripa skid steer diesel in Johnson City. That's not free. Trade only. A little scooter with the front brake so you can, oh, it's electric, so you can get going really fast and squeeze that front brake and just like nose plow the street up. Oh, look at there. I've got one of these, and mine was actually free. Foosball table. I had one of those. Gave it away for free. I hope that dude's playing it. But somebody I worked with, I don't know, it's probably been close to 12 years ago now, was moving from his house and he didn't want his anymore. And it was a full-size one, just like this. And he gave it to me because I helped him move. And I said, man, I don't want it. He goes, I'm throwing this, it's going to go out to the curb if you don't want it. You can't put this to the curb. And he says, well, then take it home. So I did. My wife loves foosball. We played it the day we were taking it to the dude. We played like 2 or 3 games. And that's been, I guess we took it to him like 5 months ago. So it's sitting in my garage with a sheet over it all that time. And I had kids living at home. They never did play it. But I think mine was in better shape than his. This one here. Oh yeah, my dudes were better. They weren't like just little rock'em sock'em robots. Yeah. But, you know, foosball's kind of a fun game. If you get a hold of somebody that really knows how to play, when we were playing it, all right, so if you can see it still see it in the picture here, the ones with the handles on it are yours. The ones with the silver rod are your opponent's. But when I'm playing it, and it's like every other one, you can tell that. Every other one is yours. So I'd be playing it, trying to flip that back and forth, and then I would just grab hers and give it a spin. And it was like, stop that. A hover cart. You ever seen one of these? Now, I think it's a sled. I really think it's a sled. Let me get it over here. Oh, is that me? Did I take myself out of the picture? I think I did. What am I doing? My control is messed up. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. There we go. We're back. I don't know how these work. Well, let me take that back. I know how they work. I just don't know why you want one. So your butt goes in the seat. Hello. Your hands hold the handles. And then your feet go out here on the foot pedals. And foot bar. And then, does this one have yeah, okay. So you have like sled runners in the back. Can you see those? Sled runners in the back and a caster wheel in the front. See the caster wheel here in the front. So when I saw it, I thought, well, that's a really cool snow sled. And then I saw the wheel in the front. That's not a sled. What is the purpose of this thing? Oh, this one's really cool. Can you see right here in the middle? It's got these 2 quick release handles. You can slide this in and adjust the length. That's pretty cool. But what's the purpose? What is the purpose of this thing? If it had 3 wheels on it, I could understand that. 2 wheels in the back and then the wheel in the front, and then you could pull the turn brakes. You could go down. Maybe that's what it's about, but I can't see that you could sit in this thing and it go anywhere. They call it a hover cart. All right, we got to know. I'm going to brave the YouTube wrath of YouTube here. Garthog probably doesn't know this, but I did a live show one night about brine pools under the ocean. It's like lakes. Anyway, I made the mistake of oh, okay. I made the mistake of showing a BBC video. I talked about it, and then the live show wasn't a problem. And then the next day I get an email, and YouTube pulled my video down or hid it. They didn't really take it down. They hid it from view from everybody because the BBC had content protection on that video. I didn't get any copyright a strike against my channel, but you can't see it now. All right, I've got it. Now I totally understand how this works. So if you have one of those neck-breaking, skull-crushing hover board things that you stand on, look at that dude go. You put this on it, and now it is very, very useful. Wow. That's really cool. I like it. All right. And it's, so right here, these skids, they don't go on the ground. They are on the ground now. But you put your little two-wheeled hover rider in it that you know what I'm saying. You've seen kids do it now. I can't hold on to a countertop and stand on that thing without it spitting me off of there. Every time you twitch, it turns, and that makes you twitch more, and then it turns, and it zips out from under you, and you thank God you're holding on to a countertop. All right, well, that's pretty cool. You put it on there, and those become your back wheels, and then you ride it. I could do that. Where is this thing at? Oh, man, it's Alpharetta, Georgia. I could do that. That would be cool. Oh, all right. Fraud alert. This person says, okay, they're showing us a picture of a Trans Am. Free auto title loans. Well, okay. There's one of them little old garden tillers. That's free. There you go. Garthok, look at this bad boy right here now. Have you got room in your place for a free wood stove? What? Old wood stove, would give it away if I can get you to transfer it in its place to a new one. New one on the porch. All right, so what they want you to do is you can have the old one as long as you take it out and bring the new one in off the porch and put it there. But look at that, man. That is a pretty nice wood stove, actually. Yeah. And it is in Banner Elk, North Carolina. Look at that room. Look at that house. It's one of those cabins. Hey, Roberto, what are you doing? We're doing the Facebook Mayhem. It's a free wood stove if you need one. You just got to take it out and put the new one in its place. But it's free, man. That's really cool. It's a big one too. I mean, that is a big wood stove. What do you think something like that weighs? 250, 300 pounds? More? I don't know. I'd be afraid to guess. All right, let's get back to the center. Let's center this. Oh my. Ooh. Get it over here. I've run out of, somehow I've messed this thing up. Oh, there we go. All right. More organs. Lots of free organs and a piano. Lots of free organs and some pianos. Free pallets in Johnson City. A free pool in Telford, Tennessee. Looks kind of sad. Free camper top. Looks like free license plates too. You know, I didn't realize, now, not being, you know, down on anybody, but there's a collector for everything, right? There's a big following for license plates. Old, antique, different states, just like refrigerator magnets from all the states, you know, shot glasses from all the states, that kind of stuff. There's, I mean, I guess you can collect anything. More pallets. You can get your free M35A2 wheel. It's in Harriman, Tennessee. Comes with its own mud. Free fabric. Wow. Free lawnmower for parts. One man's junk's another man's gold. That is correct, sir. Free bricks. You just got to pull them down off the house. There's a vintage sewing machine cabinet right here. Hot tub, free hot tub. What are these things? Free pasty post 100% something. I don't know. A free stove. Does it work? Let's read our description here. And the only reason you may be interested in this is that it's pending free. It's almost free. Anyone that may want this stove, my Genair stove that I have had for almost 20 years. Isn't Genair, doesn't it have the grill on one side? Wow, okay. Decided to malfunction on Christmas Eve. The top left side cooking elements work, but the right side needs replacing. The oven will come on, but only the top element is working and very hot when it does. Will make a good stove for someone who doesn't mind fixing it up or using it for parts. It has small grill grates that can replace the cooktop, but we need exhaust installed if using. Yeah, I was thinking you can grill stuff on it, hot dogs, hamburgers, and all that kind of stuff. Interesting. So, it's in Knoxville, Tennessee. The only problem, not the only problem, but a big problem I see with this is electronics. So, if the top element comes on and just runs wild, then it needs probably a new thermostat. I guarantee you it's built into those electronics. Hang it up. I was going to say it'd be good to do powder coating. I've got I'm going to do a shameless plug. I did a video a week or so ago about my powder coating setup, and it just so happens that I have a used oven that I had planned on, setting up for powder coating. I haven't done it. I still use my toaster oven. And if you want to know about the toaster oven, you got to watch the video. I'm not going to spoil it. All right. What else we got that's free? So far, we've had pretty good free stuff. There's a motorcycle wheel chalk. More free wood. A free 1820s free piano. Now this one, I'm digging. Because why? You can actually see the hammers striking the keys. I think that's, Piano's, good to listen to, but if you can listen and watch, it's a double whammy. This is an 1820 Henry Tolkien from England. Got it for a DIY project, but didn't have the heart to tear it apart. That bad boy's solid wood, I guarantee it. Check that thing out, man. Okay, so in this picture here, it looks like they have some type of material maybe covering the keys or the hammers that strike the strings. And here they've taken it out. I much prefer this look, but now you can see the board at the top and stuff. But if you were to see, this one's nice and yellow, you fix this one, make it a little more aesthetic, it would be cool. All right, back and forth, back and forth. All right, let's get out of the free stuff. Let's see, what else we got? Home sales are always a blast to me. Let's see what we got. I did one of these a few months ago, and it was a house in Johnson City that they'd painted the inside like super blue. It was like one of those Victorian deals when you come in the door and the staircase goes up. It was actually off to the side. It goes up that way, and then there's a balcony up there, and they'd painted this thing blue, 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 blue. All right. Here's our first tiny home. 1 bed, 1 bath, Asheville, North Carolina, right in the middle. Looks like a horse trailer. Let's see what it looks like inside. Well, it's not exactly a horse trailer, but it was a trailer. They call it a house. Ooh, there's your entrance door. Look at that bad boy right there. You can definitely get your piano down in there. I don't know if I'd call this a house. Got a shower. Got a toilet. It's got a sink. A shower, a toilet, and a sink. Looks like they're all in 3 different places. 2 outlets, 3, 4 outlets. And I guess that's the bed. So your big drop down door is your bed. Why would you call that a house? It's on wheels, man. It's a camper. Well, there's the toilet. Now that looks a lot better than what I thought. All right, they finished it on the inside. Now we're talking. This is a little more understanding why they want $18,000 for this thing. Well, look at that. They made it really nice. But that's a very, very, very tall bed. So it starts out not so great. Not so great. But where's the shower? Okay, I know you guys can't see this. Here we go. Let me bring this up so now you can understand my quandary. Where's the shower? Here's the toilet. There's the water heater. Okay, so the shower cannot be in here. This cannot be the shower because there's your water heater. Where's the shower? Oh, all right, we'll cut that off. Huh. All right, so there is the sink and the outlets, which it turns out pretty good. I'll give them that. So we got some outlets apparently down the wall here. This looks like a battery down in here. And then there's some type of electronic control, and there's a TV that ends up on the wall. That's a mirror. There's the toilet. No, you can't see that. All right, so here's the toilet. What happened to the water heater? Maybe it was just sitting there for a minute. All right, nice looking kitchenette, microwave, no oven. Got a little refrigerator. That's okay. The bed looks good. They want $18,000 for this camper. I don't even see one air conditioner. They call it a house. It's in Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's see what other kind of good homes we got. All right, there's somebody that went crazy with the blue paint. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, did we get off the home sales? How did we do that? Get back over here. All right, so there's your blue paint. So, okay, so in Grundy, Virginia, you can buy a 3-bed, 1-bath house for $8 grand, or in Asheville, you can buy this 1-bed, 1-bath house on wheels for $10,000 more. Of course, you have to live in Grundy here, so take your pick. Pick your poison. All right, this house, it's quaint, but is it $180,000 quaint? Well, let's find out. It's in Greenville, Tennessee. Oh, it's on 3.5 acres. Okay. Okay. Look at it. It's pretty nice. I mean, I guess this is the driveway here. It's got a semi wraparound Susie porch. I think it needs a new roof. They should have at least, rolled that with some black paint to match the porch. Two beds, 1 bath. Just remember, it's on 3.5 acres. It's got a lot of road frontage. It's got some woods. I bet there's deer. Greenville, Tennessee. Okay. They've definitely put some lipstick on this pig. I love the way cameras are now. That room looks huge. It looks so big that you could fit the whole house in this one room. That's how big it looks. Okay, I'm not crazy about this heat. This heat situation is old school. Looks like propane, ventless propane or something. Might be 220. I don't know. But it doesn't look bad. I'll give it good. Well, it might be what they call. All right, so let's read the description here. New to the market, charming 1900s farmhouse. So what they're telling you is nobody has touched this thing in 126 years, and the wiring's still the same. And they probably just ripped it down to the studs, put some new sheetrock up, left all that other junk in there, and now, 2-bedroom, 1 full bath, 3.5 acres, several updates, Holston Valley area, Houston Valley area. What have they done? Brand new water heater. Back bedroom includes extra space, perfect for a cozy sitting area or a functional home office. Outside there's a small shed, a charming tiny and a charming tiny cabin offering versatile opportunities. Whether you're considering it as a permanent residence or a rental property, this farmhouse offers flexibility. Situated at the base of the Cherokee National Forest in the rural Houston Valley area, the property is adjacent to the picturesque French Broad River. Nice. Fresh paint walls, of course, we can tell all that. New water heater. All right. Doesn't say what kind of heat. All right, so interesting bed choice. Yeah. So this is the room they were talking about, the one bedroom that had the extra space. See it back here in the back? Can you see that? It's got a door back there, looks like. So here's your closet. There's your bed on the floor. So this bedroom, I bet you both bedrooms share doors. All right. So if you're going to spend this kind of money redoing a home, get rid of these crank out windows. Don't leave the crank out windows in there. I bet you they're an odd size or something. Probably cost you 2 arms, a leg, and a Chihuahua puppy to get them out of there. Okay, so here's another door into the bathroom. So that one bedroom has a door off the bathroom, and I bet you there's one here in the hall or something. Oh, I was right. Second bedroom. Second bedroom has another door into the bathroom. Here's something I don't understand either. Why is there a fan on the wall right here? Why is that there? Why? And then they left the crank out windows again. They didn't paint this. The walls don't match the floor. Why didn't they paint that room? Why does this one have a bed with a frame and the other one had a mattress on the floor? And this closet door, man, the closet door. The ceiling is probably asbestos tiles because it's got that funky. See it up there? That funky ceiling tile. So this opens into the living room and to the bathroom. Can you see this? I mean, I hate to be a real horse's patoot, but come on, $180,000. I mean, it's a nice little place. They did some updates. What is this thing here in the wall? What is this section? Why didn't they rip this out and put in new sheetrock? What is that? Uh-oh. All right. Uh-oh. This is definitely a 220 heater sitting in the middle of the floor right here. Definitely an old school 220 heater plugged into the wall and that paneling. And there's those doors. Now these doors look good in vintage campers. And here's an air conditioner back here in the back. All right. So they put lipstick on this pig, but just on the bottom lip. Just on the bottom lip. They didn't do the whole mouth on this one. The refrigerator don't fit the space. Should have got a bigger refrigerator or shrunk the space. Man, those are some cabinets. Look at all those white cabinets in that dark paneling. White appliances, dark paneling. Okay. But it's on 3.5 acres. It's on 3.5 acres. All right. So let's just jump over here real quick. Yep, I'm losing my mouse, people. I'm losing my mouse. All right. So $190,000 home right now. This was in Oakwood, Virginia. 4-bed, 2-bath, central AC, central heat. Let's see what kind of land. What does it say? It's in a neighborhood, family-friendly neighborhood, so it doesn't have any acreage with it. So there's your trade-off. This one is $190,000. The other one was 189,000? But it came with 3.5 acres of land next to the French Broad, adjacent to, the Cherokee National Forest. So, pick your poison. Pick your poison. All right, so I'm not super crazy about this, but I kind of like it. I don't like the white lightning bolt going up the steps. I don't like this. It's out of place. Call it crazy, but it's out of place. The door could be a different color. Put a real wood door in there to match this closet door. But anyway, I like it. This is from the front door looking in. Oh, they put LEDs on the steps. That's pretty cool. All right. Don't take pictures to try to sell your house when it's not done. No outlet covers. Get the cardboard out of the way. Nice bathroom. Yeah. Nice bathroom. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? You've got this nice gray and white bathroom. You got the gray floor, the gray cabinets. It's got the glass shower stall. That is a huge, huge shower. I mean, look at that thing. There's 7 people could fit in there, and you can play gin rummy while you're taking a shower. But they still have this brown closet door. Go white, at least. Go white. All right? White cabinets, really nice. Black appliances. All right, so if you're going for a contrast, throw something else in there to be black. Come on. Got a lot of rooms. Whoa! Look at that floor. Look at that floor. I would get dizzy in that room. Look at that floor. Man, oh, that other one's, is it the same one? Carpet. Okay. I was going to say concrete, but it's carpet. Big old room, man. Big old room. Now, there. Normal size shower here. Well, 2 decks. That's pretty cool. I'm hoping this building over here is your garage, because the neighbors, if not, the neighbors are like right on top of you. Yep, there it is. Single car garage. Yeah. All right. 190,000. Let's go and see what else we can find here. What else can we find? And, I am being a horse's patoot. You can come into my house and find some of the same things that drive you crazy. 238 Mossheim. Looks like oh, look at that. 225 log cabin. Let's keep going. Keep going. 70,000. All right. I wonder if this thing would let us sort by price. I wonder what the cheapest property is. There's 60 grand. That's in Newport. 90. Uh-oh. 5,500. Probably have to move the home, mobile home. That's probably what it is. Selling the mobile home. Wow, look at that. 375, 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in Gatlinburg. That's an awesome view. Look at that. That's pretty cool. What do you think the rent is? I don't know. It's in Spanish. No, it's not. Cobbling condo for sale. Fantastic view. Stainless steel appliances, recent bathroom remodel, wood burning fireplace with stone facade. Screened in porch, granite countertops and kitchen. Gatlinburg Pittman High School. Doesn't say what the rent is. Well, I'm sorry. Is it not for rent? It's $375,000. Maybe I clicked on the wrong one. $375,000. All right. I like it. I like it. I wonder if it comes furnished. Probably not. Didn't say so. I like these copper things on the ceiling. Let me get you down. Look at the ceiling, the tray. Is that not cool? Small kitchen, but hey, that's all right. Nice fireplace. Let's do a little close the closet, get rid of the appliance dolly, appliance truck. See, they made their bed, but they didn't put the appliance dolly away. Nice. Small bedroom. Look at the furniture piece here. You can't even walk around to that side. All right, yeah. Why is there water in the tub? Why is there blue-green water in the tub? Is there a... I'm getting ready to take a bubble bath. I threw in my bubble bomb. Not a bubble bomb, but you know what I mean. Wait a minute. Let me take my picture before I get in there so I can put it on my, for the house to be sold. Why is there blue-green water in the tub? There's our poison ivy collection. No. Does it say it has a pool? No. Fantastic views, stainless steel appliances, recent bathroom remodel, wood burning fireplace, screened in porch, granite countertops in the kitchen. Is that their pool? I mean, that's awesome. 375 grand in Gatlinburg with those views. It must be. Well, we got a daggone second home down there. Wow. Garthog, man, run down there and put a down payment on this thing. I'd love to see the road that goes to this piece. All right, let's see. Walking score. 1 out of 100. Almost all errands require a car. That's okay. Transit score. That must be 0. Bike score. 11 out of 100. Minimum bike infrastructure. Interesting. See, it says property details apartment. Off-street parking, dishwasher, fireplace, cable TV, oven, refrigerator, walk-in closet. Is it like a condo, you reckon? I mean, I don't understand. Here's what I'm looking at. See right there, it says property details, apartment. Do you think that's like It's not like a single family home. You think that's an apartment complex? I say complex, 3 or more, and they all share the pool and the bathhouse or the pool house and stuff? I don't understand. It doesn't have pictures of the outside, so it probably is some type of, it's got to be like a condo. $375,000 to pay. Hmm. How did this get into homes? Very rare, the lint thimble drone vintage tether midget race car. Line control, mint, free shipping. Can you see that thing? How did this get into the home section? It's really cool. Thimble drone. Wow. They want $179 for it. That's quite the piece. But how did it get mixed in with the houses? Oh, wait a minute. Reset. Is Facebook lost its ever-loving mind again? Yep. Well, there you go. Mini bikes. All that shows up in home sales. 2 1970 Columbia MTD mini bikes. All right. They are not bad shape. $69. I think that's for both of them. It'd be nice if you get rid of some of the clutter. You could see both of them. Front wheels, no rear wheels. Got motor mounts. Engine mounts, I guess. Got a jack shaft here for this one. Willing to sell whole or part out. One set of handlebars is taken. Have rear tires as well. I don't know, people. Come on. One last thing. Okay. Let's look at this one last thing, then we'll call it a show. Antique electric thing. That's how they have this described. An antique electric thing. Have no idea what it is, but I know it's old. Was installed in my outbuilding, which used to house a couple of inventors named Westinghouse and Copeman. History has it the electric range was invented here. Then they moved to a bigger building in Flint. Has buttons, dials, switch, and a place for a bulb. The bulb shown in the picture is broken. I'm sure it will clean up nicely and make a good something. Perhaps a lamp. Baldwin and Pratt Road, area of Hadley, Metamora. Where's this thing at? Well, it's got a inlet for some wiring. The bulb is at the bottom down here. See it down in here? Got a couple of switches at the top. I'm going to say this is the top just because that's the way it's orientated. And a thing on it, a placard. So it's got like a light switch, and then a push button switch, and then it's got this flipper thingy or something there, and a bulb. Very interesting. Why don't you try cleaning it up, sunshine? Because see, if you clean it up, you could probably tell what that says. Want $50 for it. Interesting. All right. Well, as usual, you go on to Facebook to look for one thing, and you can find all kinds of things. All right. So, Roberto, go to, where is this at? Doesn't say. It says it ships for $11. It's a $100 50cc Italiano engine. Has new rings, piston, completely rebuilt. I actually have two of them. They are identical, the same in both 50cc's. If you're interested in one, I would sell the other one with the same deal. Go buy the two mini bike frames. Buy these two 50cc Italiano motors and put them together and ride them. It's a pretty cool little motor. This one, I guess this deal down here, show it to you. I guess this deal down here is a kickstart. Surely it wouldn't be there with a transmission in it. Probably a kickstart. I don't know. This one doesn't have, I mean, see, it's got that shaft there. Probably where your chain cog goes. And this would be the flywheel. The cover's missing. Huh. All right. So much for my, I saw that Playboy puzzle. Get your spinning table and your Playboy puzzle. Yeah, man. You're on it like Blue Bonnet. That's it. What? Oh my gosh. Where's my picture at? There it is. All right. So we spent way too much time looking at these things, but I enjoy it. Could you tell? Oh my gosh. People probably make fun of my Facebook ads too. So it's, you know, it's a tit for tat deal. All right. Garthog, Roberto, I appreciate you coming by. Wake up, go to bed, take a shower, get up, go to work tomorrow. Because I don't have to. I actually took Wednesday and Thursday off. I got Monday off. If I got anything done? No. I got a sick dog. She has to go out like every 2 hours because she's got some bad diarrhea. Can't trust her in the house, so I have to stay upstairs and can't go out to the barn or, you know, and start working on stuff because then I'll come back. I definitely, trust me, you don't want to clean that up. But anyway, and it's cold. Man, it's cold. Anyway, appreciate you stopping by. Like, subscribe to the channel. Go watch my other videos. Like I said, I've got a video on what I do the other day. I did powder coating. And I did some sandblasting. And you know what? Since I've got that powder coater and sandblaster out, I've done a couple other things. And now they're not folded up and put away. Now they're taking up more floor space. But anyway, look for other videos. I've got one coming out. What's this next one I was going to do? I've got it. I haven't edited it yet. I can't think of. Oh yeah, I remember. Bolt refinishing something. Black oxide, making my bolts look pretty without painting them. That's what it is. Look for that coming out maybe this weekend because I've got the time. I could have done it today. I could have done it today. Instead, I looked for motorcycle parts. Back on my Harley. Trying to figure that thing out. All right. Appreciate it. I'll see you next Thursday. Watch for the other videos. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave me a comment.